Dak Prescott's time with the Dallas Cowboys could be over. Owner Jerry Jones is leaning into the Trey Lance hype. We even have family members fighting about the QB situation.
It's never about how you start the game. It's how you finish the game.
We're gonna break down the latest Dak Cowboys drama and explain why this quarterback can seriously be on a new team next year, maybe even the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm being serious right now. Subscribe to me, Wi-Fi Willie, for more NFL content, and let's break this down, bro. The Cowboys offseason drama starts with three family members. Three family members have caused all this drama. One is CeeDee Lamb's mom, two is Micah Parsons' brother, Terrence, and three is the brother of the quarterback Dak Prescott, Mr. Tad Prescott. After the devastating loss against the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs, the star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, his mom, took to social media to criticize Dak Prescott. Letta Ramirez was going off on Facebook saying Dak isn't it. This was a public post. She could not help herself. You even had a comment suggesting that CeeDee Lamb joins the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud, and Letta, CeeDee Lamb's mom, responded saying, "Shit, I wish he would. CJ is great." So the mom of one of the best players on the Dallas Cowboys is throwing the franchise quarterback under the bus who has over 10 years of experience and saying that she favors a rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, who's only played 1 year at the NFL level. Someone tried to defend Dak in this Facebook thread, and CeeDee Lamb's mom responded saying they need to get rid of his ass. It's guys on that team that want a ring, they work too hard. This went absolutely viral, and the wide receiver CeeDee Lamb had to respond to it.
I know we're gonna clear the elephant out the room. I know what my mom said. You feel what I'm saying? I don't talk to my mom about my sports nor my personal problems. She just being a mom. She knows her son. He comes home mad, fortunately, when we lose. I have, once again, I'm gonna repeat this. No, I have no beef with my quarterback. I love my dog, he know that.
CeeDee Lamb addressed it, but are we really supposed to believe that one specific comment? Are we really supposed to believe that CeeDee Lamb doesn't talk to his mom about his career or his personal life? I think that's a huge stretch. And what else was he supposed to say? Oh yeah, my mom's 100% right about everything. I'm not happy on the Dallas Cowboys right now, especially with Dak as quarterback. The second family member causing drama for the Dallas Cowboys is the brother of Micah Parsons, Terrence Parsons Jr.
It's never about how you start the game. It's how you finish the game. That's what matters.
This guy is more extreme than the mom of CeeDee Lamb because he is constantly posting on social media about the Dallas Cowboys, even appearing in interviews on various YouTube channels that don't even have many views, where he comments about the organization and does not hold back with his criticisms. And he did not hold back after the playoff loss. For context, after the playoff loss, Dak defended Mike McCarthy, the head coach, saying if there's any questions about his head coach's future, then there should be questions about his future as well as the quarterback. It was almost like Dak was trying to take the blame and protect his head coach. But then Terrence Parsons, the brother of Micah Parsons, decided to respond to this saying, "I am questioning your future, LMFAO, take 40 million or pack your bags. I ain't gonna lie, you need all the help you can get." So you have Micah Parsons not only criticizing Dak Prescott's play right there, but also criticizing the amount of money he makes and suggesting that he pack his bags if he's not content with 40 million a year. But he's also criticizing the Cowboys organization as a whole. Micah Parsons deleted a tweet after the game saying, "Y'all gonna fit whatever narrative y'all want about Sunday. I'll drop my facts soon." And Terrence retweeted his brother's deleted tweet saying that y'all are really clueless out here. The greatest crimes to this man is being done by his own organization. Y'all gonna miss him when he gone. Now this is alarming because Micah Parsons is currently on his 5th-year option. The Cowboys got to extend him along with CeeDee Lamb and quite possibly Dak Prescott. More on that in a bit. But Terrence Parsons is literally saying the Cowboys are doing crimes against his brother Micah and suggesting that the dude's gonna leave the freaking team. Terrence Parsons even took a shot at the coaching staff, and what's so weird is when you listen to this guy talk, he truly believes he is also on the team like Micah Parsons. This comment was slightly incoherent incoherent, but Terrence Parsons was responding to a tweet about the problems in the Cowboys front office. He said, "This is what we need in our locker room. F them coaches, y'all grown men. Y'all know what y'all need to run. We want to win and get paid." A little incoherent by Terrence Parsons, but you had a fan respond to him saying, "Why are you saying we? You aren't out there. You a fan like the rest of us," laughing emoji. This right here is part of the problem with the family around these Cowboys players. You have somebody like Terrence Parsons, who is a Madden streamer as well and tries to do his own Twitch podcast and YouTube podcast. Of course, Micah Parsons has his own successful podcast and streams. It's hard enough that the Cowboys have to deal with the media, and now they have to deal with family members being the media as well. This got so bad that Micah Parsons had to clear the air publicly. He said any comments made by Terrence Parsons Jr. are his and his alone. "As you know, if I have something to say, I'm not afraid to say it. I love my team, my brothers on my team, and the city of Dallas, and I'm more committed than ever to bring a championship to the greatest fan base on earth." So just like CeeDee Lamb, we're supposed to not take his mom's comments seriously, and in this case with the Parsons family, we're not supposed to take the brother's comments seriously. We're supposed to pretend it's all separate. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Man, I just want to clear up that any comments that I do make are my own. Micah has nothing to do with any of that.
This brings us to the third family member who's part of the Cowboys offseason drama, and that is none other than Tad Prescott, the brother of quarterback Dak Prescott. Tad, like Terrence Parsons, frequently comments on the Cowboys organization and also appears in numerous podcasts where he gives his opinion on how things are going. And after the Cowboys playoff loss against the Green Bay Packers, Tad Prescott seemed frustrated with fan criticism of Dak Prescott, saying that he has never spoken badly about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, right. And he's never spoken badly about a player on the team or the city of Dallas. It's the so-called fans he has an issue with. The Dak criticism was getting to him, and he even doubled down again in the same night after the playoff loss, saying, "Cowboys fans who continue to DM me, trust me, if I could get Dak to leave Dallas, I would. I too want him out of Dallas. The city and organization have been great to he and our family, but done with the drama and the so-called fans. But hey, he loves this team and wants to bring it rings." So fans are rushing to the DMs of Tad Prescott saying, "Get Dak the hell out of Dallas." Kind of like what CeeDee Lamb's mom was saying, "Dak isn't it, get him the hell out." And Tad, exhausted with these fans, wants to see Dak turn the other page. And what's so crazy is after the 2024 season, it seriously seems like this will happen. As we entered free agency in 2024, we were wondering, what are the Cowboys going to do? Jerry Jones claimed that the Cowboys were going to be all in 2024, but then as free agency hit, they didn't make a move at all. Fans were flipping out. You had Skip Bayless do the viral tweet where he said, "All in my ass." Maybe he was or was not aware of all the jokes that were going to be made off of that tweet. But the point being is that Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, seemed to be full of shit when he said he was going to go all in. And even Dak Prescott, when he heard the all in comments, said that he's very curious to see what that looks like. Maybe he never believed the Cowboys were going all in either. And Tad Prescott, the brother of Dak, made this even worse when the tampering period opened up for free agency. He posted on Twitter saying, "So if it wasn't clear already, it is now. The Eagles have the best front office in the NFL. Hashtag how about them Cowboys." So Tad Prescott claims that he only has an issue with the so-called fans and never throws the Cowboys organization under the bus, but he did it during free agency as he watched the Eagles make tons of moves and the Cowboys make pretty much no moves until well after free agency, when they made a big splash, guys. They made a huge splash. They brought back Zeke. Yes, they brought back Ezekiel Elliott. Get ready for the crop tops and the tummy and the belly button. Zeke is coming back to save the Cowboys as they go all in 2024. But what was so notable in free agency is how triggered Tad Prescott gets on Twitter. You don't want to see the brother of a franchise quarterback clapping back this often. Somebody responded saying your brother is a bust, and rather than just leave it alone, don't feed into the trolls, you had Tad Prescott go on a rant against this guy. "Excuse me, my brother's a 4th round pick who's never had a losing regular season and is one of the highest paid QB QBs in the league. And he's going on and on and on, and I get it, you want to defend your bro, but it's not a good look to do this publicly on the internet for the world to see. Dak Prescott is the family member who probably yaps about the Cowboys the most out of anybody else that we've mentioned so far, and Stephen A. Smith, shockingly, had a lot of Cowboys fans agree with him for once when he said he's tired of Mr. Tad.
Tad Prescott, shut the hell up. Enough for you. Shut the hell up. I'm sick of him. And I'm going to tell you, Tad Prescott, why everybody should be sick of you and you should shut the hell up. Because you're implying that your brother had nothing to do with the troubles that the Dallas Cowboys have experienced.
This is the rift that the Cowboys find themselves in. One faction supports Dak Prescott, views the team and the franchise as holding him back, and another faction thinks that Dak is not it, he's not worth the amount of money that he commands, and they would love to see what the Cowboys would look like without him. Both of these sides may finally get their wish very soon. What's shocking is that the head coach Mike McCarthy and the quarterback Dak Prescott both do not have contract extensions right now with the Dallas Cowboys. Both of them are on the final year of their contract, and as long as they're not extended, they will not be on the Cowboys next year. Jerry Jones, when asked about Dak's contract extension, said we are where we are, locked and loaded for this year. This showed that there's no indication that a new deal is coming. In terms of an extension, he said we don't need to, but we can if everybody wants to solve it. Jerry Jones made more cryptic comments, even a comment about Dak playing even better despite the fact that he had a career year, but his overall point was that they don't need to do an extension and they could just feel it out and go from there. Dak Prescott was asked about playing on the final year of his contract with no extension. He says he does not fear playing with another team after 2024. He obviously also said that the Cowboys is where he wants to be. Most notably, Dak said that he doesn't play for money, never has, and never cared for it, and that he's just focused on the team this year. That comment is really gonna piss off Terrence Parsons and CeeDee Lamb's mom, but it makes sense that the Cowboys would want to get Dak at a team-friendly deal since they have to extend CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons. Both of those players have skipped out of OTAs due to pending contract extensions. They're both playing on their fifth-year options right now. Dak Prescott is set to count for $55 million against the cap this year, and even if the Cowboys don't extend him, even if they get no deal, he goes off and hits free agency, Dak would still count for more than $40 million in dead money charges in 2025. So the Cowboys and Jerry Jones are sort of stuck here, even though Jerry Jones is trying to act like he's gonna let it play out, still see what's going on, not in a rush for an extension. That's all BS, because Jerry Jones is gonna be stuck with the $40 million dead cap charge even if Dak goes elsewhere. Jared Goff just signed a massive contract extension with the Detroit Lions of about $53 million a year with $73 million as a signing bonus. So that pretty much sets the floor for what Dak Prescott is going to be able to get. And what we saw last season, even though Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles, he was still able to test the open market in free agency and get a fat $100 million contract from the Atlanta Falcons. Dak Prescott currently has a no trade clause. The Dallas Cowboys cannot franchise tag Dak. So if he wants to, if he really wants to, he could decide, I'm going to test free agency and see if I can get the most amount of money possible, even though he claims he doesn't play for the money. But if Jerry Jones does not believe Dak is worth that kind of money, and if he's not 100% sold on Mike McCarthy, which makes perfect sense since we heard so many Bill Belichick to the Cowboys rumors during this last offseason. We've also heard numerous reports that Jerry Jones and Bill Belichick have a close relationship, and maybe Jones would be the only owner that could control Bill Belichick. So does Dak love being a Dallas Cowboys quarterback so much that he's willing to take less money, not test free agency, given the fact that his own phone wallpaper is himself in a Cowboys uniform? Yikes, that's a little cringe. Given that fact, maybe he values being the Cowboys quarterback so much he'll take a cheaper deal, but that's if Jerry Jones wants him. The Cowboys traded a 4th round pick for former 49ers 1st round pick Trey Lance. Many people thought this trade was not a big deal, but now that Dak's contract situation is iffy, Trey Lance is starting to be somebody who we could seriously see starting as the Cowboys quarterback in 2025. Jerry Jones has talked about the fact that he needs to see more of Trey Lance to figure out if he could be a viable quarterback, but what's crazy is that Trey Lance is only 24 years old right now, younger than Michael Penix Jr., younger than Bo Nix, younger than some of these rookie quarterbacks who entered the 2024 draft. Trey Lance's biggest issue is that he hasn't played much, but we know the athletic traits are there. So essentially, by using a 4th round pick last year, the Cowboys low-key drafted their QB of the future. The only problem is that Trey Lance is in the final year of his contract, so he would need to be extended if the Cowboys want to keep him on the team. Lance is going to compete with Cooper Rush for the backup quarterback spot, but what's really crazy is that the no extension for Dak Prescott really shows that the Cowboys could develop Trey Lance and let him take over if they cannot come to an agreement with Dak. And that would give you a good backup plan, something to get the fans excited for, especially if Dak or maybe Tad wants to leave Dallas anyways. In my opinion, the #1 team that would be interested in Dak Prescott and would be willing to pay him more than whatever the Dallas Cowboys are going to pay him would be the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders unfortunately missed out on drafting a quarterback in 2024, and they only have Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell under contract. The owner, Mark Davis, has not been shy about spending money as of late, and I would not be surprised if he pulls the trigger on Dak Prescott if he's available at the start of free agency in 2025. Will CeeDee Lamb's mom and Micah Parsons' brother get their wish? Will Trey Lance be the quarterback in 2025, and will Dak be out of Dallas? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.